Hey everybody, I'm Drew. Welcome back to the channel. I got a little game for you today. Tell me which one costs more. And yes, it was $5. Okay. So two of these plus two of these. Do you think that was more expensive? Or do you think this 1952 Bowman of Mickey Grasso was more expensive? Well, if you said that the Mickey Grasso was more expensive, you'd be wrong. So I went to a local show and there was a young dealer, and I've seen him before, and he seldom has anything vintage. But on this date, he did have some things that were vintage, and so I looked over what he had, and I'm like, well, I've got to have the Mickey Grasso. Truth be told, this is my only Bowman card that I have in my collection. I don't like Bowman cards. There's not one year that I've liked, but I am a fan of Mickey Grasso, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So this young dealer, he, as I said, I've met him before, I've talked to him before. He's not interested in vintage. He doesn't even want it on his table or at his table. In the past, I've tried to tell him that the vintage cards are great, but again, he has no interest. And on this occasion, I did talk to him a little about Mickey Grasso and who he was and why I thought he was important. Well, he still didn't care. So he sold this to me for, I think it was $13 total. I think he had these for $1.50, if I remember right. And he sold this to me for $10. So which one would you take? The two packages of top loaders in the Junk Wax era 1988? Or the Mickey Grasso? But that's not it. That's not everything I got from him that day. So let me just tell you about Mickey Grasso. His parents immigrated from Italy, and he was born on May 10th, 1920, in Newark, New Jersey. After playing only one season in the minor leagues, he enlisted in the United States Army in January of 1942. He rose to the rank of technical sergeant and was part of the 34th Infantry Division. He was taken prisoner in Tunisia in February of 1943 during the North African Campaign. He became a German POW for over 2 years. After losing 60 pounds, the Soviets were closing in during April of 1945. The Germans marched the POWs west when 10 Allied prisoners escaped. Mr. Grasso was one of them. He spent 7 seasons as a catcher with the Giants, the Senators, Indians, and back with the Giants. The Germans didn't beat Mickey Grasso, but a heart attack did on October 15, 1975, at the age of 55. So that's why I like Mickey Grasso. Not because he's on a Bowman card, because of the man on the card. Now, 2 other channels in the YouTube community have done a nice job of telling his story. So if you're interested, go check out Gordon at Athlete Archives and Mike over at the Sports History Collector. All right, so also for $10, how about this 1952 Topps Bob Kuzava? I think anytime you can pick up a 1952 Topps card of anybody for $10, you just do it. Bob Kuzava was born on May 28, 1923 in Michigan. He also served as a military policeman in India and Burma during World War II. He played 10 seasons of Major League Baseball. He was part of 3 World Series championship teams with the Yankees in 1951, 1952, and 1953. He died on May 15th, 2023, at the age of 93. You know, instead of having Memorial Day weekend, I thought maybe I would just have a Memorial Day week and show these 2 gentlemen who served our country. All right, lastly, the young dealer wasn't done selling me cards. And so he had this Louis Tiant sitting there, along with a Ken Boyer, who I've said several times on my channel should be in the Hall of Fame. 2 more Ken Boyers, 1968 Topps, and a Dick Allen rookie card. And of course, Dick Allen was just inducted into the Hall of Fame here in 2025, or he will be anyway. He is a Pennsylvania native, and if you didn't know, he was a professional singer How you like that? So, how much did all these cards cost me? Boy, what do we got here? 5 cards. He looked at me and he said, well, would you be okay with $1? I said, yeah, I sure would. So there you have it. I think I found a honey hole, and I hope he keeps finding vintage cars that he doesn't want. Well, that's all I have for you today. So thank you to all the veterans, and thank you to all the men that gave the greatest sacrifice they could possibly give. And we celebrate Memorial Day weekend, and for me, Memorial Day week. Keep growing your collection, card farmers, and thanks for tuning in.